Alrighty, well, thank you guys all for being here. So tonight we are going to talk about the best places for everyone to get educated. So I don't know about you guys, but when I first started with Young Living, I was very confused about where to go to get information. So most of the time I just ended up texting the person that signed me up with my questions, right? So, but then if they weren't available and you felt like you need something right away, that can be a little bit frustrating. So then I started to dig on my own for stuff, and then it's just like there's so much information and you feel super, super overwhelmed. But then in the fall of 2016, Vital 180 was launched, and that changed everything. So if you haven't started the training, or if you have started but have forgotten about it, this class is for you, because it literally has everything that you need to get educated on products, as well as know how to share, as well as to rank up. So we're going to start there with all of the amazing resources that it has. I don't know where it went. Where's my, yeah, okay. Share screen. None of these look like the right windows. Okay, let me just go to whatever. Okay, so here's Vital 180. So has everyone, so when you start with the team, you get an email from me, and it tells you to fill out a Google Doc, and it tells you about Vital 180. And then you usually get a postcard from me. So my hope is that when you get the postcard, be like, oh, that's that person that, let me go check that email. So is there anyone in here that has not signed up for Vital 180 yet?
I haven't.
I don't think I have either.
Okay, so I'm gonna put that in the chat. So you're gonna wanna do that right now. So I'll go through how to do that.
Are you saying Vital, V-I-T-A-L? What? I'm sorry.
Yep, that's why I'm putting it in the chat for you. So you can grab it.
Okay.
So if you haven't signed up yet, what you're gonna do, you're gonna see over in the corner, it'll say register. And then you're gonna hit register, and then you're gonna have to put in your name. It'll ask you to put in your member number, and then it'll ask you to create a password, which can be the exact same as Young Living password to make it easy. And then it's going to ask you to also put in a mentor ID. So that's gonna be the person that got you your kit. So if you haven't done that, definitely do that while we work through the rest of it. So when you come into Vital 180, you will see, I'm new, where do I start? So you just click start here. And this is where you're gonna find product education. So this site was created by individuals above us in the business, and they are chiropractors, and they have been affiliated with Young Living for a long time. The wife reached the highest rank very early on. So they have connections with lots of doctors. So this is just a huge, huge, just like encyclopedia of different information. So if you know someone that needs some support with brain health, if you want to know about the cleansing trio, digestive support, emotions, emotional support, essential oils and bacteria. So for all the people that need lots of information and want to know the details and want to know the science, and a lot of these are done with Dr. Lindsay Elmore, you want to know about product specific, go ahead and set a plan and start going through these videos. So this is...
Hey, Tashina, I don't know if anybody else, all I see is like your email or something.
Yeah, we're just seeing your search on your hard drive. We're not seeing Vital 180.
That's weird.
You must have clicked the wrong screen to share.
I got it. It was in the chat.
Yeah, but not on the screen.
What is it that you see?
Oh, on the screen.
Yeah, it's like you're searching stuff on your hard drive.
I don't know why that is.
All subfolders is what we're looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't, when I start to share, it doesn't show it to me, which is strange. You know what? I think it's because I'm on, okay, I know what I gotta do. I never sign into it with Internet Explorer. And so I think it's only allowing me to look for stuff in Internet Explorer. And I have it open in Chrome. That's what the issue is. So I'm going to take this and drop it.
Interesting. I was about to, but I didn't know what that was called, but we were looking at.
Oh God, it looks so weird. Looks really weird. Over in, I never look at anything in Internet Explorer. Okay, let me see if that'll work now. Yep. But then I see Chrome right here. I have no clue. Okay, so here's where we have register. So again, if you haven't done that yet, definitely get on your phone in order to do that. And then.
Yeah, that's good. Wiggle the mouse so we can make it two-way.
So I already have it, so I can log in. Although my password is usually saved. Okay, so then where we were, so when we scroll down here, we have product education. There was a button that said start here. Still thinking, so it's not letting me scroll. And it takes us to the product education. And this is why I don't like Internet Explorer. It's just thinking.
Got a little window with the videos. You can minimize that. It's covering. We're seeing yours covering part of the screen.
Which one is the minimize?
Small little dash for a second. It's like the top of the block. There's the tier, the double, or the small dash.
When I hit that, it just tells me who's talking.
It took it away for a second.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see.
I don't know, because they did some updates last week.
Okay, now it looks like I can be on Google Chrome.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll go back over here.
And Tashina, this is Dana again.
Yep.
I just attempted to register and I got a message saying I must be in Scott and Brenda Schuler's organization.
Oh, you know what? Because it's a holiday. So when you sign up, they batch everybody in on Mondays. So because it's a holiday, they probably didn't batch you in yet.
Okay. Okay, so at least I know where to go. I have the link.
Yep.
Thank you.
You did it right then.
Okay, I'll follow. I can follow along and take notes.
Okay, so here we are with this 2 years worth of education. So again, if you're a person who wants to know details in the science, a lot of them are with Dr. Lindsay Elmore. You can set yourself a schedule and start going through these. So more detailed information that you would get from your virtual office and all types of products. So then, if you go back, share your passion. So everyone definitely needs to go through the Getting Started training. So this is really going to give you a walkthrough of your virtual office and other tools that we have. So there's just this nice little video that gives you an overview of Young Living and the company and some of a little bit of the products. But then all of these links are going to give you additional information. So a lot of times people will ask, well, what's the difference between Young Living and some other things that I see? Well, it's the Seed to Seal. So in this Getting Started, it shows you where that website is so that you can start educating yourself on Seed to Seal. Then we have Training and Education Facebook page. So if you're on Facebook, they do a lot of product education on this page on a regular basis. So you're going to want to follow that page. Then here it's actually taking you to the virtual office, and it actually tells you who is doing what in the team. And you can actually go into here and find out some of the individuals that are over other regions. So I actually was messaging somebody last week to try to figure out stuff about Indonesia, and he reminded me, hey, if you go into your virtual office, you can see who's over like APAC and or Asia Pacific market and who's over China. Those are all US people, US, and they're just doing different jobs, but eventually, so this is who's over all of Latin America. This is who's over all of Asia Pacific. So if you have questions, those are people that you can either find their email or friend them on Facebook. This is a person that's over Europe. So that's a good reference to know as well. Then the Young Living blog. So this is a wealth of information. The search doesn't work as beautiful as we would like, but it does give you some information. So this is something that I check on a weekly basis. They have tons of nice articles. This does exist in English and in Spanish. So article about geranium, how to use spearmint, all types of good articles to help you get educated.
Cool.
Do-it-yourself recipes. I'm not a do-it-yourselfer. So when we do like our spa parties and stuff, I literally have to go here to figure something out because that is not anything that I even enjoy doing. So all types of do-it-yourself stuff. Wellness, we got healthy and fit, mind, parenting, at home, babies and kids, pets, seasonal, vitality, beauty, savvy minerals, do-it-yourself and skin, and then just different media stuff. And again, it has a search bar, so you could put like oils for travel, or maybe just even travel by itself. Oh, and then they have one that's actually titled Oils for Travelers. So then you can take a look at the article and just educate yourself before you go on your next trip whenever the world is back open up again. So the blog is something you want to go to on a regular basis. Then this one just takes you to your actual virtual office, and it just shows you some of the people that you can work with. So again, if you were to go in your virtual office and you got an email or you got a postcard from me, I would probably show up as your first silver in your virtual office. So you would be able to go here and be like, oh, that's who Tashina is. Then there's a little video recapping how to use the things in your starter kit. Then here's some virtual office training. So again, the virtual office can seem really overwhelming. So this tells you exactly where to go to get some of these videos of how to, there's a video on how to redeem your rewards points. What is Essential Rewards? How to manage your organization, an actual tour of it. How to place an order. Screenshots to help a friend sign up. And then all these other ones on the bottom. So going through Vital 180 makes your virtual office less overwhelming because it shows you exactly where to find some of these things. And then we have Young Living Central. Again, we have some videos here. And we also have some additional deep dive education. So there's actually some presentations in here. These are some hot words that if we're sharing on social media, we wouldn't use. Some shareable graphics. There's an at-home section, a healthy and fit section, details about Ninja Red and your virtual office. These are product information pages, so they give you a lot of, well, that one didn't work, but it should open and give you a lot of information about the actual products. There's some videos on Ninja Red. Here are all the blog posts. If you want to know everything about Ninja Red and what you can do that has been posted already, a bunch of blog posts about it. So you can just get tons of information. And again, Vital 180 is showing you where to go to find that and labeling it for you. And then here, we have some other additional just brochures to help you understand some of the other product lines. So this one is one about our Thieves Cleaning. This is one about kids and things to use for kids. This is one about exercise. So these are just all things that within your first month, you definitely want to jump into Vital 180. You definitely want to go through all of this because it's going to give you a really clear and good foundation of where to get educated at. Another little video here. And then you can order the latest essential oil magazine. So you get one in your starter kit when you start. And then thereafter, you can always order additional one for that season if you so choose. And then we actually have some online guides that help us as well. So this is actually where you could purchase them, but they actually exist under the education tab and the guides tab. So the Simply Sharing needs to be updated a little bit, but it does give you a basic idea of essential oils in general and how to use them, as well as our product line. So this is something that we used to order on a regular basis, and we would actually use it to do our classes. So how to use them topically, dietary, how potent they are. And then most of the tools, like I said, they need to change it a little bit to what the updated kit is, but most of the oils in your kit and explanation and suggestions of how to use them. Then our other product lines, so Introduction to Thieves, Introduction to our weight loss product line, other starter kit options, details on essential rewards. Then we also have in here a share guide. So this is just some information on sharing with friends and family if you so choose. So those are in Vital 180, and we're actually going to come back to Vital 180 for a different section in a little bit, but that's your basis and where you want to start when you get educated. So again, within your first 30 days, that's why we send that in the welcome email, you want to jump into Vital 180. So if you haven't done that yet, you definitely want to make sure you put that on your goal list to try to get through over the next couple weeks. The other ways that you can get educated, which also gets shown in the email, is through our mini classes that we have. So on my Facebook page, you can find the majority of our classes. And we try to book our classes out for usually, sometimes even 6 weeks in advance. So here You'll find all of our classes, which all are Zoom now, because that's where we are. So if you don't have this page liked yet,
I don't have Facebook. Do I need to establish a Facebook page?
if you want to, you can do just like a dummy one that you only use to get that information. I know there are people on my team that does that just so they can get that information. I'll show you a couple other places where you can get the classes as well. So give me 1 second. Yeah, if you don't have a mentor ID, then you can use mine. So I'll put that in the chat. But let me put this in the chat where for those on Facebook, that's the best way to get the classes, like that page. In addition, you can also get the classes. We're at from Dana's website. Dana sometimes has extra classes that won't be found on mine, but in general, I usually have the majority of our classes if we have a Facebook page. So click on events on Dana's page, and then you'll find all the events. So you can always go there. And then you can also go to my website. So mine are at the bottom of my page. So these are where all the classes are. So yeah, so it's your choice if you want to just create a Facebook just to use that, or you can, regularly go to one of those websites to get all the classes. So then beyond that, there's also YouTube channels. So a lot of people like to watch videos. So you want to make sure that you're subscribed to the following YouTube channels. So we have our Young Living YouTube channel, and that is in different categories and playlists. So there's actually a 4 new members one. So there's a video about seed to seal. Lots of videos on some of the farms, do-it-yourself playlist, cooking with Young Living Vitality oils, Savvy Minerals, what's inside the blends, Young Living Foundation, and more. And most of the regions and even some of the countries also have. So you're going to want to subscribe to Young Living's website or YouTube page. Then, if our classes do not fit on your schedule, then we usually upload them to our YouTube channels. So plus, we also do weekly education. So you want to also subscribe to Dana and Anthony's YouTube channel. So you can see some of the things that they did recently, things that people are needing to know. 5 ways to save money while sheltering in place, natural immune support for moms, how to protect yourself when going back to work. I had to go back to work, thankfully not in the office. What are we ordering our essential rewards? And then they have different playlists as well. And then my YouTube channel. So again, once you've exhausted all the resources in Vital 180, there's still tons of other ways to get educated. So the classes that we've had recently, every Friday I do a Feel Good Friday. And so all last month I talked about all the things that you need to boost your immune system. So I have a video on how to get more vitamin C, how to get more vitamin A, how to get more zinc, all the foods that you need. And now this month I'm going over all of those underlying conditions that are making people more susceptible to the things that are going on. So natural support for diabetes, natural support for asthma, natural support for a healthy heart. So we're always trying to give you guys lots of things to make sure that you have information that's up to date, what's going on when it comes to our classes and things that are going on in the world. So you want to subscribe to those YouTube channels, at the minimum, those 3, and hit the bell to get notifications so that then again, if you didn't make it to the class, you'll get notified as soon as that's uploaded and you can watch the replay. Now, another super, super important thing. Anybody have any questions?
Besides trying to write this down, how do I get these links? And I think you just answered that. Is that by I hit the bell? I'm not sure.
All of the links that I'm putting in the chat, I can send it to you. So most of them you should have in my welcome email. Most of them you should but you just signed up, so you don't have a welcome email from me because I do it usually I do it on the 1st and the 15th. So I can get that I'll make sure that you get emailed after this call.
Okay, great.
I also just sent you a text. This is Ryan. I also just sent you a text that if you didn't get any, I have them too. I'm copying them as she's going. So I do have them for you.
Okay,
but if she's given them to you in your email, that's even better.
Yep, I will definitely, because I have a full page document with all of this stuff. So then beyond that, one thing that is super, super, super important is our Google Doc form. Because our Google Doc form is how you tell us what classes that you want. And we aggregate this information so that we can bring you classes that you want and need, and that we communicate in the way. So I have 250 people on my team, and some of them won't be able to fill this out because they speak Spanish, they don't know any English, but I have 250 people on my team, but I only have 59 people that have filled this out. So I'm gonna put this in the chat as well, and if you have not filled this out yet, then you're gonna wanna do that, because that's how you give us input. And then again, this is something that comes in that welcome email for you to do. But so far, what most people want to know about is healthy and fit exercise and weight management. Then after that, vitamins and supplements, healthier home, personal care. So this is what we use this information in order to craft classes. And then how you guys want to learn. A lot of people like YouTube, so it's important to have those YouTubes. They like our hands-on spot parties and making takes when we can do them, and in-person classes. That's so far what most people have wanted to learn about. The only thing on this one is CBD doesn't really, the vote isn't really accurate because that was added later, because we've only had CBD in our product line for about a year right now. So, but I know that, so when people start asking about CBD, then we put that on the books. So I will put that in the chat. If you have not filled this out yet, again, this is something that's super important for you to fill out so that you are really telling us what we need to teach on. So there is that. Alrighty. So with that, I'm going to go back to Vital 180. So again, if you haven't gone through that getting started, it's there on the bottom. Definitely want to put that on your agenda to do this week.
A question on the Google Doc.
Uh-huh.
Can we fill that out again? So that,
You don't need to if you have already did it, unless you think it's going to be vastly different.
okay.
It's just to make sure and check with all of your people that have been signed up that they've definitely filled it out, because they get an email from me and it's the very first thing in the email. But when they get the email from me, they don't know who I am.
Right, I just thought maybe some would want to put in what their current topic of interest is. Maybe that'll bump up that topic for the class, but it's not really.
Yeah, I mean, if you choose to, it's not going to bother me because I'll just delete the duplicate. I can see that it's the same name because that
Okay,
has
cool.
happened before. So if you would like to, so that you can vote for CBD and CBD could be more accurate, feel free to do that, and then I'll just delete your old one.
That makes sense. And so it's better to fill it out more than once than not at all.
Correct.
Cool.
Because again, there's some things that like I'm super allergic to pets. Anything with fur I'm allergic to. And Dana and Anthony don't really have any, but we had an influx of people on the team and more than one person wanted a class on pets. So then we did a class on pets, but we would have never done that or known that if they didn't fill it out. All right, so the other sections of Vital 180 are in the shareable section. We have always information about what our monthly promo is. So when you're on Essential Rewards, you get a bonus for spending that 100 PV. And then other levels, you get these no matter what type of order that you do. So if you have any doubts about what the current promotion is for that month, so if you just signed up this month, then you're getting a free longevity. And then under the infographics, I think. So these are just a lot of informational graphics. Some are to share, but they just have a little bit of information about different, real quick information about different products. So you can see some of the kids' products and things. And then they have some do-it-yourself recipes here. And then there's actually some Sway classes. So Sway is just a, it's like a Microsoft application for your phone. So it's easy, if you're on Vital 180 on your phone, it's easy to pull it up. So those are some classes you can just go through yourself. So there's one all about babies, all about beauty, all about cleaning, all about sleep. So again, just tons more education for you to go through. And then we have these textables. So the textables come out when we have the products that are in the promos usually. And then there's also textables in here. And so what I try to do for my personally enrolled individuals is I make sure that I text them all the ones about the kit that they purchased. So if you have signed someone up this month or within the last couple months, but you haven't made the goal of sharing these with those people, I would definitely take some time to download these so that you could share it with the people that you signed up. So I just program a text per day. So Stress Away is in the kit, Pan Away is in the kit, you know, and one text per day. And that way they're getting some education about what they just purchased drip to them on a daily basis. That's super helpful. So just like if you see this one about Stress Away, it tells you what kind of blend it is, how to use it, diffuse it in your home. A little did you know. So that's some of the information in the dashboard there. Under the shareables is where we were. We already talked about the product education. Then there's actually just some videos from Ask Scott and Brenda. then we already looked at the getting started portion of what's B2NL, which stands for building to the next level. After the getting started, everyone should get the getting started done. But after the getting started, we then have the STAR training. So after getting started, a lot of people choose to share with their family members because they're having lots of benefits and results from what they're using. And so if you choose to share, there's a complete training system that shows you how to share and what that means. So for that first level, when you're sharing with people, the first level is STAR. And it shows you that the average monthly income that a person who consistently hits STAR is $73 per month, which isn't necessarily a lot, but it's enough to pay for the majority of your 100 PV order. And then each of these are going to be a little bit longer. It takes a little bit more to get through these sections, but it has great information. So there's here a video about essential rewards. Each of them are going to have a live section when it goes on forward. So there's information in this live section. Live is how do I dig more into my products, always starting with additional product information. There's information on how to use the products in your bathroom, in your garage. Again, making sure and reminding you to check the Young Living blog on a regular basis. And then there's a believe section. So this is just information to help you have the mindset as you're sharing. So I know a lot of people will come in here and they'll do this, but they don't actually get this CD or go through the book. And this is, I think, is an audio, which you can actually find it on YouTube. I think both of these, you could probably just find it on YouTube. So if you have gone through the STAR section, but you haven't actually gone through this information, you really can't say that you've completed it, because this is an essential part of making sure you have the information that you need in order to share with people. And then these are just some suggestions on how to actually share. So this actually goes over that Simply Sharing booklet. Again, that's a booklet we usually use in classes. The Vital Life Guide is one that has some lifestyle things in it. And it was one that I would like take to work and leave at work. And then just other videos, if you choose to eventually have a class when we're back in the real world, just lots of different educational information. So yeah, and then there's going to be worksheets. So again, if you go through one of these sections, but you haven't gone through the worksheets and followed what they said, or you haven't read those books in those sections, you really can't say that you've completed those sections. So for the people that maybe already started Vital 180, make sure that you go back through that, because again, that's the information that you would have that you need to successfully share. And for those that like books, we have our wonderful Life Science publishers. So Life Science Publishers has all types of amazing books. But one of the things that we definitely recommend people to get is a reference guide. So there's different size reference guides. There's just a little quick one. There's the pocket. There's a quick one for animals. There's a large one for animals. They have them in other languages. They have a Spanish one, a Japanese one, a small Swedish one. But so once you've exhausted all of your educational resources in Vital 180, a lot of people like to have their reference guide. That's where you can actually look up ailments and really detailed information that we might not be sharing in classes, because in a public setting, we can't really talk about all the things that the oils do, especially because we're only teaching in social media right now. So that is really what I had to share with everyone. Oh, and if you want to order a reference guide, I do have a membership discount. So you can come to me and I'll just give you my login and then you can get the discount. That's what people usually do.
Tashina, what was that last site with the reference guides?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Thanks.
So anytime you paint, you have to stir it up because it's
Okay, I don't know. Dana, Anthony, you guys want to add anything? So keeping in mind, this is training for a person either that is new or hasn't really dug into their virtual office in a while.
I don't think so. I think you covered it pretty good. I just was putting a plug for my book is on Life Science Publishing too.
Yeah, you want to show your book?
You don't have to show it. I was just being funny.
I want to see it again. It's a good book.
There's Dana's book.
Oh, cool.
By Dana Mott.
Cool.
Yeah, it's good. National Hair Care.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, but I think you did a good job. I don't really have anything to add. And honestly, I'm really, really hot wearing them in my house. So.
Sorry to hear that. But yeah, Vital 180 literally has everything that you need. Especially, you know, if you're an individual that has decided to share and you are an executive and below, you need to dig into Vital 180, Vital 180, Vital 180, Vital 180. Because unfortunately, I've seen a lot of times in the team that this new thing comes and people get distracted. And like we've done this book and that book. And every time I do those books, I'm like, yeah, Vital 180 had all of that. Like I didn't really need to buy this book. I didn't really need to buy this program. And remember, if you're trying to teach other people to share as well, if you start buying extra stuff, that's going to be hard for them to repeat what you're doing. You always want to exhaust all of your free resources first because we have so many of them.
Everything in Vital 180 is free?
Yes. Unless you want a print version, again, of those guides, but you don't really need one. Yep. And the suggested books, not all of those will be free. So once you get to the point where you're like trying to read a book a month or whatever, you would have to purchase those. But they're for a specific thing.
Can you just give a real quick, I don't know how it would work, of going into the VO to the ER?
About how to, so there's a video on our website that will do that.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, because ER and cashing in the PV points.
On the Vital 180 site or the Young Living?
I think she's going to go right into the Young Living site.
No, I'm actually going to find it on the Vital 180 because
okay.
the Vital 180 is going to show me where it is. I have a hard time navigating the website.
So in Vital 180 is the video to explain how to use this.
Okay, so when we hit here.
Where's here? I missed it.
Yeah, back up a step.
Embrace the lifestyle and Vital 180 Essential Rewards.
Okay.
You hit Essential Rewards and it takes you to the video that shows you the benefits of Essential Rewards.
What is CBD, if I may ask? What does that stand for?
Cannabidiol oil. So then here it gives you in writing all of the benefits of Essential Rewards. And then one of the other tabs in Vital 180, it took you to the video of how to redeem your points as well. And I also recently did a video on how to redeem your points. So if you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can find that really easy. And actually, I'm gonna go back to my YouTube for a second, because I do try to make the titles as clear as possible. So if you're on my website, in order to find something, try looking for what the thing is. And that's usually the easiest way to find. So like you put in allergies, I do have a video on that. Put in colds, I probably don't have one that says that. So then that didn't work. And then that's when you would message me and say, hey, what would you use for a cold? Because I probably put it under flu or something different. So it's not always. Super, super easy, but a lot of the stuff you can find by just putting in the words. And sometimes, like, there's some really, really rare thing, and it is related to something else, and I can find it by searching for something else. So, like, there was somebody that was asking me about something, and I found out it was an autoimmune disease related to these, and so the information that I gave was still so. But that's just a way to try to search in there. All right, any other questions?
Don't think so.
All righty, so I will, probably within 30 minutes, this actual video will be uploaded to my YouTube, so you can share with anyone that missed. And Dana, I will make sure when you wake up in the morning that you have your welcome email with all of the links and stuff in it.
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys for joining. Have an
Thank
amazing
you.
evening.
Thank you, you too.
Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Thank you
everyone.
so much.
Bye.
Nice to know all that information is out there.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hi, thanks.